Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome. We got a few people checking in already. I feel I saw some people here in cold, gray South Wells. Carl, welcome. Um, Colette, welcome, and Ted, welcome. MBS, welcome. Sandy, welcome. My name's Jason, and I will be leading the meditation this morning, or whatever time of the day it is for you. Hi, Allie. Nice to see you. So everybody just kind of settle in. We'll get started in a few minutes with the meditation for today. If you could just check in, say where you're coming from, and get yourself a cushion or a nice place to sit for about a 20-minute or so meditation. That'd be great. Hi, Susan. Welcome from Arizona. Good morning, Monica. Oh, yeah. Ellie's on the East Coast. Oh, it's so cold over there right now. Good morning, Grace. Hey, Rivka, coming from cold Jerusalem. Welcome. This looks like we have a good group here today. Good morning, Hillary from Chicago. Okay. Just another minute here as people kind of trickle in, and we'll get started. Hey, Daryl. Good morning. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, Lou. This is really a great group. This group is growing since the last time I was here. Oh, happy 13th birthday to Eileen's grandson. Happy birthday to your grandson, Eileen. Okay, so let's get started, y'all. Let's see. So I was curious for you all. So I've been kind of thinking about this myself. As my motivation waxes and wanes across all kinds of areas of my life, is why do we meditate? And that answer might be different for everyone. And I don't know if you guys have heard of self-determination theory. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Anyway, it came about, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago or so. And and it talks about the continuum of human motivation. And on one side you have a motivation, which is just really no motivation. Um, and then it goes from there to being externally motivated to being internally motivated. Um, and on the external side, you have which is actually called external motivation, which is generally people are motivated in that mode by gaining reward or avoiding a punishment. Um, and then as you move along the continuum, you get into what's called an introjected regulation or motivation, and that typically is motivated by negative self-talk, guilt. It's ego-driven. Um, for example, let's say like if I don't lose 10 pounds, well, then I'm a slob. Um, so it's, even though it seems internal, and at times in some ways it's the more insidious type of external motivation, because it does seem internal, it generally is taking on values or judgments from the outside world and internalizing them and then directing them towards oneself. So that's another type of motivation. And then we have another type, and this is a little more internal motivation. It's integrated regulation. So that tends to be something that is more self-directed, and it's something that is of value to you, but it isn't necessarily enjoyable. Like it might be challenging. Maybe it's saving for retirement or exercising. And exercising doesn't necessarily need to be um, something you don't enjoy, but just for some people they may not, but they see the value in it because they value health. And then you have an intrinsically regulated motivation, which is something that you value and you enjoy. And so, like, basically, as you move along the continuum, you get to more autonomy. And the more autonomy that we feel, we tend to have a greater sense of well-being. Um, and so if you think about, why do you meditate? Like, where do you fall on this continuum? I'm just curious for you. And sometimes, any particular goal or task can, or activity can have more than one motivation, but you think about maybe what your primary driver is. Where do you fall on this continuum? And I'd be just curious if you wouldn't mind typing that in the chat before we get started today. And as you can think about this, one of the things that research has shown that greater mindfulness tends to be associated with more intrinsic types of motivation on a day-to-day basis. And it makes sense, because mindfulness tends to create a sense of clarity that helps us identify, why we're doing something. And of course, we're not always able to just put off things that we don't want to do, but it does tend to direct us in a way that we tend to engage in activities that we value. So Ted says, I just like shutting everything off and focusing on just one thing for a bit. It's nice to know that I can shut off the noise. That's good. To feel some peace, to put some space between my feelings and reactions. Thank you for sharing, Wanda. And those seem, like some intrinsically motivated reasons to be meditating. I meditate to run free off the subconscious negative thoughts that hijacked my positive attributes. So Sandy. Hillary says, I'm trying to stay off medication for borderline high pressure. Meditation has helped with that goal. It also helps me come up with more creative ideas for teaching to turn off. It allows me to remain calm and centered. Yeah, these are all great. And I assume, but I shouldn't assume, that most of you are here out of your own volition. Nobody's forcing you to be here. And these types of activities, when you're able to show up out of your own volition, do tend to lead to better well-being outcomes. So just a kind of little thought process I wanted to go through with y'all. So let's get started on the meditation. Find a position that feels comfortable for you. One that you feel upright and attentive, but relaxed. And when you feel ready, gently closing the eyes. And just placing your hands on your lap in an easy, comfortable way. And let's take a few deep, mindful breaths just to arrive together. So breathing in through the nose, breathing in deeply, filling the lungs, filling the chest, filling the belly. And at the top of the breath, just holding for a few seconds. And then releasing. And as you release the breath, I'm just feeling the body begin to soften and relax. And let's just do a few more intentional breaths like that. So just breathing in deeply. Holding at the top. And then letting go slowly on the out breath. Feeling the body relax. One more breath that way. And now just allowing the breath to be natural. Just feeling the breath move in and out of the body. As you're breathing, just noticing the weight of your body, feeling the gentle gravity. Feeling the support beneath you. Feeling rooted in your seat. And now resting the attention on the place where you feel the breath most easily, maybe at the nostrils, the chest, or the belly. Staying with the in-breath until the in-breath turns to the out-breath. And then the out-breath turns to the in-breath. Just staying with this cycle of in, turning to out, and out, turning to in. And if you notice the mind wandering or you're feeling distracted, maybe adjust your posture, sit up a little taller, take a few deep intentional breaths just to recenter yourself. Losing focus, getting distracted is just part of the process. Just as coming back to the breath is. If you're feeling any tension anywhere in the body, just inviting that area to soften and relax. Just staying with this gentle inflow and outflow of the breath. And again, whenever the mind becomes distracted or wanders, it's totally normal and natural. Just return the attention to the breath when you notice that. Just allowing meditation to be simple, not trying to overcomplicate this process. And just staying with the in-breath and the out-breath. And if the mind gets particularly frisky, you might try labeling the distraction. So maybe it's thinking, thinking, planning, planning, or perhaps it's an emotion, boredom, restlessness. Just labeling that, letting it move through you, and then returning to the breath. Seeing if you might meet each thought or emotion with a sense of friendliness. Just allowing it to be here and allowing it to pass in its own time. Coming back to the breath. No matter how frisky the mind is or how distracted you are, this is all part of the process. It all belongs. The practice is just recognizing that. And then if you can, returning to the breath. And so now, in your own time, softening the attention, letting it be a little more open now. And just checking in with yourself, noticing how you feel. And now as you think about your practice today, and how you can bring this into your life, taking it off the cushion. I was thinking about how you might use your practice to engage in activities that feel more self-determined. Even if it's something that maybe it feels like a chore. Where can you find some value in that feels personal to you? And meditation allows us to gain some clarity on that. And so as we get ready to end the practice, I always like to end with a little loving kindness. So just placing your hand on your heart or somewhere that feels supportive. And bringing to mind someone who's very important to you. It's easy to love. And sending them wishes of loving kindness. May you be happy, and truly, deeply happy. May you be safe and protected. May you be healthy and strong. May you be peaceful and live with ease. Now directing those same wishes to yourself. May I be happy, truly deeply happy. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and strong. May I be peaceful and live with ease. And now sending loving kindness out into the world. May all beings everywhere be happy, safe, strong, and peaceful. Now taking in a couple of deep intentional breaths, wiggling the fingers and toes, beginning to let the light creep in your eyes. And when you're ready, opening your eyes, taking in the environment around you. Well, thank you for your practice today. What a wonderful group we have here. I'm just so pleased to see how much it's grown and how connected you all feel with one another. And just the honest sharing here. This is amazing. So thank you. Thank you for being here and thank you for your practice. And I invite you all to come back next week. There'll be another teacher here with another meditation for you all. And I will be back soon to join you all in another meditation. So have a wonderful week, everyone. And again, I really, truly appreciate you being here and I truly appreciate your practice. Okay, be well.